In this video, I'm going to give you 10 tips on how to prepare for an interview. So let's get straight into it. Hi, my name's Luke and I'm owner and founder of Avidity Recruitment. Today we're going to talk about how to prepare for an interview. There are 10 tips that if you follow will help you land your next dream job. Tip number 1, understanding the company. Research the company. What's their history, their mission and values? Do they have a motto? Familiarise yourself with their products, services and customer base. Are there any recent news articles you should be aware of? They'll expect you to have some knowledge of who they are and what they do, so make sure you're prepared. Tip number 2, who's the interviewer? What do you know about them? Do you know their background, where they worked before? Maybe their likes, dislikes. Do you have anything in common with them? Use sources such as LinkedIn, or maybe you know someone who can tell you. The more you can engage with them, the more likely they are to think you could be a good fit for the team. Tip number 3, why do you want the role? Now this is important. Have a good think about this. Whatever you do, do not say just because you need the job or the money. Try to think about how this role could be the next step for you professionally, or this is a company that I've always wanted to work for. Come up with a compelling reason to why you want to work for them. Tip number 4, understand the job spec. Make sure you have learnt what the job spec is asking. What skill sets are they looking for? And have some examples ready that show you have done this. When answering these questions, always try to think about how you have the relevant skills and how you have done this in your current or previous roles. Tip number 5, prepare your elevator pitch. Craft a short and compelling story about who you are professionally. Highlight your experience, skills, and what makes you unique. Try to tailor this specifically to the role and company. Make sure you're prepared for common behavioural questions such as, tell me about a time that there was conflict in your team, or what are your strengths and weaknesses? Use the STAR method, situation, task, action, result, to structure your answer. If using this method, remember, you can use examples from work, from home, or volunteering, but keep your examples short and to the point. Tip number 7, dress code and appearance. Understand the company culture and decide on appropriate attire. Always dress slightly more formal than the company's average dress code. Tip number 8, logistics and punctuality. Plan your route and transportation if it's an in-person interview. Make sure you get there slightly early. Not too early. My advice would be allow yourself plenty of time. You can always go around the corner and grab a coffee, but just don't be late. If it's a virtual interview, then make sure you check all of your tech beforehand. Tip number 9, body language and communication. Practice good body language. Maintain eye contact, sit up straight and smile. Try to speak clearly and confidently and be mindful to never interrupt the interviewer. And tip number 10, questions to ask the interviewer. I think this is one of the most important points. Prepare thoughtful questions about the role, the team, company culture or growth opportunities. Asking questions shows your interest in the role and company. Always have a question ready. Don't just say no thanks and be done. One example could be, what does a typical day look like? Or what training and development opportunities are there? I hope you found this video helpful. And if you have any questions or thoughts, pop them in the comment section below. If you like what you saw, remember to subscribe and give a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next video.